Hi, welcome to my channel, ProStack Pathway, your learning path for the data-driven world. In today's session, I'm going to show you how to combine multiple Excel files from a folder into one single Excel file, one single output file. Yeah, as you can see here, I have a test folder with five set of Excel files. Now what I do is I will combine using this is my output file, final combined data. So here I'm going to bring in the consolidated data from all the Excel files, the five Excel files which I showed you in the folder, into this particular workbook. So for that, I first go in with the data option here, and from the get data option on the top left corner, choose from file and from folder option. So this, what it does is the Power Query will go search for your data from the folder. So I click on this and let's wait for a few seconds. So I get a browse window where I can choose where my data files are saved. So I go to this folder, test folder, where all my Excel files are saved. Here you can see the folder name test, and I click on open. So also it shows the message that it is establishing a connection, that is Power Query is reading the data from the folder. So once it is done, it shows a window where you can see all the files which are present here, right? You can see the name of the file, the extension, the properties of this file. The entire properties of this file is listed out here. Here you will have a snapshot of how your file looks like and what are its attributes and where exactly the file is getting picked up from. Right. So once if you have to combine these Excel files, you will have these options at the bottom. So where you'll have to choose which is the right function for you to use to combine all these files. So I have the combine option here. When you see this button here, combine, it has got three different options: combine and transform data, combine and load to. So I pick up combine and transform data. This is the best option because here what the Power Query does is, right, it combines the data and it gives you a view in the Power Query editor to look at your data and see if your data looks good and if you want to edit something, right? So it is a good way to have your combine and transform data using this method. So combine and load to, like, it won't give you an option on the Power Query editor. You will not be able to see the data on the Power Query editor. It just combines the file at the backend and it puts on the workbook where you want the output to be displayed. So I go for combine and transform data. That is the best option. And I will also be showing you how to use the transform data button. So that is the few another way where you can combine the Excel file. So I just use combine and transform data. I'll click on this. So it is taking few seconds to evaluate the query, and so you should be getting another window where it's going to combine the files. So when it is combining the file, it actually asks the user to show which is the sample file, right? Based on this sample file, it reads the structure, it reads the headers, it reads the structure of this first file, and based on this file, it combines the rest of the Excel files. So I choose the first file, that is sample dataset 1, and I want to combine only the sales data, that is the sales table. And you don't have to worry about skip files with errors. Preferably you don't have to get this checked, because if there is any error in the files, you will not know what the errors are and it will skip those files. So preferably do not check this option. And once I select the sales data, I'll click on OK. And once I click on that, Then you can see that it is processing the queries. It is doing automatic transformations. It's applying all the transformations based on the first file which you have given, picks up all the other 4 to 5 files, and it gives you the view on the Power Query editor. So basically it's evaluated the query, and you can see the Power Query editor open, and the data combined data from all the 5 Excel files will be displayed here. So pretty much lot of tasks is actually automated, and you can very clearly see how this data is got combined. And you can see here the file names. It is appended this column as well, so that you will know what files are there in the folder and if it has combined all these files correctly, right? So when it is trying to combine these files, it is automatically done some transformations here, right? So let me just show you what the things here are. So here, you remember in the first part of the video, I showed you the option where it had asked for the first file. So that is the transform file. That is a sample file it is going to take. You can see here my data file, that is the first file, becomes the sample file. So Power Query will use the schema of this file, and it will try to read the schema, keep the schema, and try to use this for combining all the other Excel files. Okay, so that is the transform file option here. This is the transformation of the sample file. So based on this, it's going to combine all these files together, and you're going to get the combined data in this format. As you can see, it is also showing you certain set of steps where it has used the transform sample file. You can see the source. Source is actually the folder where your all your files are present, and it is filtered for any hidden files. So these are the automatic transformations that is applied. So sometimes what happens is that there may be some ghost files, hidden files, so which will not make the Power Query run seamlessly, and you might get an error during the combining. So that is the reason, if there is any hidden file or this ghost files, hidden files, all these hidden files are removed in the second step. So here it's going to invoke the function, the transform file function. So this is a function which is automatically written by the Power Query in M language, where you are going to read the sales data from this sheet, right? So this is a function which is automatically generated, and that function is applied to all rest of all the Excel files which you see in the folder. And finally, it has performed some transformations. It has renamed the steps. It is each of the Excel file you can see here from 1 to 5 is all given in the table format, and it is just expanded all this table, and you can see it's given up the entire file that is 1 to 5, the data from 1 to 5. And also, as I had previously mentioned, that it's going to apply automatically the change data type step as well. So if in case you don't need this change data type, you are free to remove this or delete that step, and you can apply your own data types to your columns. So the reason why this transform sample step is picked up at the very first step is that any transformation you apply for this one particular file, the transformations will be applied to all the files once it is combining here. So transform sample step, if I go back to that, you can see the date column is not in a proper format. What I do is I convert it into the date, proper date format, and then you can come back to your test, that is a final output data, and you can see here that your date is coming in the proper format, right? So this transformation was applied to a sample file, so hence it is reflecting in the output file, that is the test file, right? So once you're done with this, and if you are good with this data, and if you want to apply any more transformation, instead of applying to your final data, please go to the transform file option and keep applying your transformations here so that it gets reflected on your output test data here, right? So once you've done, I want to load this on the file which I have on this file. So I go to choose close and load. So in these two options, I will basically these two options are close and load options, where the first one will tell you to just close and load. That is, Power Query will just close this window, editor window, and it will load automatically to a new worksheet. You don't have to give any option for Power Query editor to load it. It will automatically load it to the newly created worksheet. It will automatically create the worksheet as well. But if you give the close and load to here, I prefer using close and load, because it is really helpful to choose where your worksheet is, where your workbook is, and which cell you want to close and load to. And it is automatically detected that it's a table, and it's asking me where to put the data. I choose it as existing workbook, that is sheet 1. I choose this cell, sheet A1, and I will not add this to the data model, so I will not check this, and I will click on OK. So this is how the data will be loaded. Your data is combined into this folder. In case later on, if you have any more Excel files coming up, you can just add on to this your folder here, where it is already having 5 sets of data. If I add any new file here, it just gets automatically combined here, and you can see the 6th file come up here. I actually don't want to make the video lengthy, so I am asking you to try it out, and so that should work, right? So yeah, let me show you how to combine the data using transform load option. Here, I create a new Excel file, final combined data. Okay. Go to data option, get data from file option, from folder, and I choose the test folder. And files are in test folder, so I just keep it as open. So first of all, Power Query does a connection to the folder from where it has to pick up the data. And here, previously I had showed you the combine option. Now I'm going to show you how to use the transform data. So both of these options are very good, but there is a slight difference, and I'll show you what that difference is. You can achieve your result from transform data or combine data, any one of it. Okay, here you can see the set of data files here. I give transform data. So Power Query automatically detects that there are certain number of files in the folder. So it just gives you this kind of the folder where it is given a set of all the files. So here what I do is that I have all these properties of the folder path, attributes, the same thing what we had seen in the window. So I use the choose column. This choose column option here will allow you to choose the columns which you need, and uncheck the columns which is not required. So I retain only content and name and also the path, and I click on OK. Now you can see I have only 3 sets of 3 columns here: content, name, and folder path. So basically what you can do here is that you have the binary. This is the content for each of the file. You can see here the sample, the set, the entire Excel file is embedded here with the data in the binary format. You just have to click this option here on the content, and it will evaluate the query, and it will combine all this data into one single table, similar to what was actually done using the combine option. it takes a while for your data to be combined. So you can see here again it's asking me for the first file, so I give first file as my sample data 1, and I want only the sales data to be combined, so I click on sales data, and again don't use the skip files with errors option and click on OK. So once you do this, the same automatic transformations are generated, and you can see the same which I had shown you earlier is also done. The Power Query is evaluating the query in the backend. And yes, here you have the final data, that is the test table, which has got all the data which is displayed from all the 5 Excel files. So again, you have the same transform file. So this is the sample, the first file, the sample file where the Power Query reads the schema of the file, and then you can change what you want to do, any kind of transformation. I put it into date time, and then you can see the same being reflected in the, you just click the change type and you can see the same transformation that is applied for all the files. So load this on the data on the worksheet, and you can see existing worksheet. Click on OK on the A1 cell, and you can see on the right hand side all your queries will be listed out. So please do not try to delete the sample file, so because if once you delete it, the actual combined data will not work as expected, right? So this was about the combining Excel files from my folder. I hope you like this video. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for listening.